Imagine you are fighting one of the toughest battles of your life, cancer. You are going through treatments that leave you exhausted, your body weakened, and your mind strained. Every day is a test of strength. Now picture this, something as simple as your morning diet soda, the one you drink to stay healthy, to avoid sugar, to do everything right, might be quietly working against you. Not because it is poison, not because it is dangerous in the usual sense, but because it is changing the invisible world inside your gut in a way that weakens your body's ability to fight cancer. That is exactly what new research is revealing about sucralose, the artificial sweetener found in countless sugar-free products from soft drinks to chewing gum. For years, sucralose has been praised as a safe alternative to sugar. It gives sweetness without calories, making it a go-to for people managing weight, diabetes, or just trying to make healthier choices. It is in your coffee, your iced tea, your protein bars, and even your children's snacks. But science is beginning to uncover that what happens in the gut does not stay in the gut. The trillions of bacteria living in your intestines, your microbiome, are not just passive passengers. They are active players in your immune system, your metabolism, and now, as this research shows, your body's ability to respond to cutting-edge cancer treatments. The treatment in question is called immunotherapy, a revolutionary approach that does not attack cancer directly like chemotherapy. Instead, it empowers your own immune system to recognize and destroy cancer cells. It has given hope to many with advanced cancers, turning once fatal diagnoses into manageable conditions. But it does not work for everyone. And scientists have long been searching for answers. Why do some people respond dramatically while others see no benefit? Diet, it turns out, may be a hidden factor. In a striking series of experiments, researchers discovered that when animals consumed sucralose, the effectiveness of immunotherapy dropped significantly. Tumors grew faster. Survival rates fell. The reason was not the sweetener itself acting as a toxin, but what it did to the delicate balance of gut bacteria. Sucralose altered the microbial community, favoring species that consume arginine, an essential amino acid. Arginine is not just another nutrient. It is fuel for immune cells, especially the T cells that immunotherapy relies on to hunt down and eliminate cancer. When arginine levels dropped due to this bacterial shift, the immune cells became sluggish, less effective, almost like soldiers sent into battle without ammunition. The gut, often called the second brain, is now being recognized as a command center for immunity. What you eat shapes the bacteria that live there, and those bacteria, in turn, shape how your body responds to disease. Artificial sweeteners, once thought to be biologically inert, are now under scrutiny for their ability to disrupt this balance. Sucralose appears to create a gut environment where beneficial bacteria decline and others that degrade critical nutrients thrive. The result is a cascade: lower arginine, weaker immune response, reduced treatment success. But here is where the story takes a hopeful turn. Scientists did not stop at identifying the problem. They tested a potential solution, supplementing with arginine or a related compound called citrulline. When these were added to the diet of the animals consuming sucralose, something remarkable happened. The immune system bounced back. The tumors shrank again under treatment. The therapy regained its power. It was as if the supplement reset the damage done by the sweetener, giving the immune cells the fuel they needed to do their job. This is not just a lab curiosity. When researchers looked at real patients, people with advanced melanoma and lung cancer who were undergoing the same type of immunotherapy, they found a troubling pattern. Those who reported regularly consuming sucralose, especially in diets, sodas, and sweetened beverages, were less likely to respond to treatment. Their survival times were shorter. The effect held true across different cancer types and treatment combinations, suggesting this is not a fluke but a meaningful biological interaction. Now imagine being a patient in that situation. You are trying to do everything right, eating light, avoiding sugar, staying hydrated with diet drinks. You are not indulging. You are being careful. And yet, without knowing it, you might be sabotaging your own treatment. This is not about blame. It is about awareness. It is about understanding that health is not just about what you see on the label, but about how your body interprets and reacts to what you put into it. What makes this discovery so powerful is that it points to a simple, accessible fix. Unlike complex genetic therapies or expensive drugs, a dietary supplement could potentially level the playing field. Arginine and citrulline are already available, relatively inexpensive, and generally safe when used appropriately. The idea is not to eliminate sucralose overnight. Habits are hard to break, especially under the stress of illness, but to offer a bridge. A way to protect treatment outcomes while still allowing people the small comforts they rely on. Of course, this is not a green light to consume unlimited artificial sweeteners. The best scenario would be a diet rich in whole foods, fiber, and natural flavors that support a healthy microbiome from the start. But medicine is not always about ideal worlds. It is about meeting people where they are. And for many, that includes a daily diet soda, a sugar-free gum, or a low-calorie dessert. The goal is not perfection but progress, finding ways to make treatments work better, despite the complexities of real life. This research also opens the door to broader questions. If sucralose can do this, what about other artificial sweeteners? What about aspartame, saccharin, or stevia? Each of these has its own chemical profile and may interact with the gut in different ways. Some might be neutral. Others could have similar or even stronger effects. Science has only begun to map this territory. The gut microbiome is incredibly complex, and its influence on health is still being uncovered. What we eat does not just feed us, it feeds the microbes inside us, and they, in turn, help decide how well we heal. Another layer is timing. When during treatment does diet matter most? Is it the weeks before starting immunotherapy? The months after? Could a short-term change in diet or a brief course of supplements make a measurable difference? These are the kinds of questions that future clinical trials will need to answer. The next step is clear. Test citrulline supplementation in patients who consume sucralose and see if it improves their response to treatment. If it works, it could become a standard part of care, a simple add-on with the potential to save lives. This story is a reminder that health is interconnected. You cannot separate what happens in the gut from what happens in the bloodstream, or in the tumor, or in the immune system. Everything talks to everything else. And sometimes, the smallest choices, like picking a sugar-free drink over a regular one, can have ripple effects far beyond what we expect. It is not about fear or guilt. It is about empowerment. Knowing that your body is listening to every bite, every sip, every habit. For cancer patients, hope is everything. And hope grows when science finds new ways to tip the odds in their favor. This research does not mean you should never have a diet soda again. It means that if you are facing a serious illness and undergoing advanced treatment, it might be worth thinking twice about what you're drinking. And more importantly, it means that science is getting smarter, more nuanced, more personal. It is learning to look beyond the tumor, beyond the drug, to the whole person, their diet, their gut, their life. In the end, the message is one of possibility. A simple supplement might shield patients from an unintended side effect of a common food additive. A small change could make a powerful treatment work better. And as we learn more about the hidden conversations between food, bacteria, and immunity, we move closer to a future where cancer care is not just about attacking disease, but about supporting the body's natural ability to fight it. That is not just science. That is hope in action. If you found this video eye-opening, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss another story where science meets real life. This isn't just about diet soda or sweeteners. It's about how the small choices we make every day can have big consequences when we're facing serious health battles. And more importantly, it's about hope, because sometimes, a simple solution can make all the difference. Share this with someone who needs to know, and let's start a conversation about what we're really putting into our bodies. Thanks for watching.